There's a ridiculous rule in some American prisons. Inmates must constantly shake a nearby tree branch while using the bathroom. If they stop moving it, guards in the distance will fire their rifles without hesitation into the bushes. But no one noticed that Luke had secretly tied his rope to the branch. From afar, the branch still swayed, but Luke's voice had gone silent. That's when the guard sensed something was wrong and fired, but hit nothing. He rushed over, only to find a stretched rope lying on the ground. By then, Luke was long gone. He even hacked off his leg shackles with a massive axe. To throw off the tracking dogs, he scattered pepper along his path. When the police arrived, the strong scent made the dogs sneeze non-stop, and just like that, they completely lost the trail. Even though he'd shaken his pursuers, Luke didn't let his guard down. He knew this escape had embarrassed the prison badly, and the guards would stop at nothing to hunt him down. So when he reached a security fence, he pulled the same trick again, running back and forth through the wire mesh to confuse his scent. Even the well-trained dogs couldn't keep up with the trail. One of them got stuck in the fence, struggling and in pain. With the dogs out of action, the guards had no choice but to retreat. One of them even carried the lifeless dog in his arms. The warden, furious, took this as a deep personal insult. Surprisingly, just a week later, Luke was dragged back to prison. He was barely conscious, clearly having suffered a brutal punishment. After the guards left, the other inmates quickly helped him into bed, but the next morning, the guards humiliated him in front of everyone. They told him to dig a hole and warned he'd go hungry if he didn't finish it. Just as he finished digging, another guard stormed over, accusing him of vandalism and ordering him to fill it back up. Exhausted, Luke filled the hole, only for the first guard to return, demanding, "Where's the hole I told you to dig? Why'd you fill it?" Finally, Luke snapped and charged at them. He knew they were just toying with him, but all he got in return was a savage beating. So once again, he picked up the shovel and kept digging. Late into the night, he finished the hole again. Worn down in both body and spirit, Luke finally broke. He whispered that he'd behave and wouldn't try to escape again. His fellow inmates were crushed. They couldn't believe he'd given up so quickly. Back in the cell, no one spoke to him. Even when he stumbled, no one reached out a hand. Luke looked around in disbelief at the people he once called brothers. Now he was utterly alone. At mealtime, the others took all his food. He couldn't even eat a full meal. From that point on, he changed. He served the guards tea and water like a loyal servant. No one could believe it. The once unbreakable Luke had become their lackey. But what they didn't know was that Luke never truly gave up. On the night of a prison dance, he quietly began digging a tunnel to freedom.